INEC cannot disqualify Peter Obi over crowdfunding, says Professor Paul Ananaba. Hey guys, this is still DJMTV Daily News Update. The immediate past chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association section on Public Interest and Development Law, SPIDEL, Professor Paul Ananaba, has said that INEC cannot disqualify the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi and his running mate Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed because of crowdfunding. It has been reportedly said that a support group of the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shetima has called for the disqualification of the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi and his running mate Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed, in line with the crowdfunding decision made by the Labour Party. Recall that the Labour Party National Chairman Julius Abure has inaugurated an 11-man diaspora committee in Abuja to raise funds for Peter Obi. But reacting to this, Professor Paul Ananaba said the law are clear on this. The political party, Labour Party in this instance, or even any political party for that matter, cannot raise funds from outside Nigeria. If they want to do, they cannot retain such funds, and the constitutional issue is there as much as crime within the Electoral Act, Section 85. Now, let me take the constitutional part of it. Section 225, subsection 23A and B is clear on that. It says the political party cannot raise funds from outside Nigeria or retain funds or accept it. If they do, they must within 21 days turn those funds over to INEC, and any contribution of such provision is a criminal offense. And I am happy that we are now talking about Election Offences Commission and all that. These laws over time has been laying waste and they have not been activated. That is why impunity in the electoral system has continued for some time. I think that irrespective of the good intention of whatever people have to support political parties in Nigeria, particularly Nigerians abroad, they cannot do it from abroad. They can only come into Nigeria and contribute. And when they do, the Electoral Act Section 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90 deals with the election financing, and that effect is it is an offense under the Electoral Act to contribute more than 50 million. So if you are going to do that, INEC has to be notified. Let's watch the video. We'll be right back.
The political party, Labour Party in this instance, or even any political party for that matter, can not raise funds from outside Nigeria. If they do, they cannot retain such funds. And it's a constitutional issue as much as a crime within the Electoral Act, Section 85. Now, let me take the constitutional part of it, Section 225, 2.3, A and B. Yeah, it's very clear that the political party cannot raise funds outside Nigeria or retain funds or accept funds. If they do, they must within 21 days turn those funds over to INEC. And any contravention of that provision is a criminal offense. And I'm happy that we are now talking about Election Offences Commission and all that, so that these laws over time have been lying waste, that they've not been activated. That's why impunity in the electoral system has continued for some time. I think that irrespective of the good intentions or whatever people will have to support political parties in Nigeria, particularly Nigerians abroad, they cannot do that from abroad. They can only come into Nigeria and contribute. And when they do, the Electoral Act Section 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90 deals with election financing. And the effect is that it's an offense under the Electoral Act to contribute more than 50 million naira. So, and if you are going to do that, INEC has to be notified. Now, maybe because Peter Obi is in the Labour Party, that's why a lot of attention is paid to it. Our laws does not say anything about the candidates. If you look at Section 152 of the Electoral Act, it does not define a political party to include its candidate in election. Now, if you also look at the definition of a candidate, the candidate does not include a political party. And that's why in election petitions and whether pre-election or the election petition itself, the political party and the candidate are sued separately. So the candidate is not caught up by this analysis I've made. These provisions of the Constitution may be going forward. So a candidate is not precluded from raising funds, but the political party is precluded. And if a political party raises funds, it must, within 21 days, report back to INEC, turn the funds over to INEC. It cannot retain the funds for more than 21 days. So I don't think that Labour Party has looked at that. If they have looked at that, they should practically warn themselves and move away from raising funds outside the country. Even when they're raising within Nigeria, they have limitations. They have to comply with the law. Everyone should be more law-abiding. No one should become too sentimental to avoid the clear provisions of the Constitution in this instance, and then the Electoral Act. I don't also speak for the political group that are calling for disqualification. We're in a democracy. The call is not a problem. They can make calls for disqualification of any candidate, but speaking clearly, and analysis, I have stated clearly that Section 225A that came in from the fourth alteration and 225 itself of the Constitution does not talk about the candidates, so there's no basis to disqualify any candidates. It talks about the political party raising funds from outside the country. Like I said, the candidate is not barred in any way from raising funds from outside Nigeria, but the political party is. Okay? That's what the Constitution says, and that's what the Electoral Act says. No mention is made of the candidate.
Welcome back, guys. This is still DJMTV Daily News Update. So here we have it of art from Professor Paul Ananaba, who has said that it is a wrong thing for a political party to set up committee for crowdfunding for its candidate, but it is not wrong for the candidate to raise funds from in and outside Nigeria. So guys, what are your thoughts and comments? Recall that some days ago the national chairman inaugurated 11-man committee from the diaspora to be in charge of the crowdfunding for Mr. Peter Obi presidential candidacy in the Labour Party for the forthcoming 2023 general election. But now it is illegal for the diaspora people, Nigeria living in diaspora, to raise funds for a candidate of an election in Nigeria. So guys, what are your thoughts and comments? What do you suggest? What do you think? Do you still think it is appropriate for the national chairman, Julius Abure, to call off the 11-man committee, or to let it go on as planned, knowing fully well that it is a crime against the Electoral Act to set up that committee to raise funds for Peter Obi? Again, it has been clear that Peter Obi himself can raise funds for himself, but like most Nigerians would say, Peter Obi would not want to do such because of his image and because of his personality. What do you think? What are your thoughts and comments? Share them with us in the comment section below.
DJ ATV. DJ ATV.
Fulani people don't say no, they don't like us.
Welcome to DJ TV.
DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV.
Some of the delegates and ask the question.
DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV. DJ ATV.